Okay, let's talk. You went for Security Plus, you passed the exam, and now you're saying, oh man, I'm about to get that cybersecurity job. But nothing happened. And then frustration sets in fast. Maybe this cert is not what it's supposed to be, maybe it was just overhyped, or maybe it's just useless. But let me be clear, Security Plus was not the problem. Your expectations were. Hey, I'm JR, an IT professional with multiple industry certifications, and I've seen this pattern play out over and over again. Someone just treats Security Plus like it's the all-be-all of all certifications, like it's supposed to transform your career or something, when in reality, that's not what it was designed to do. And by the end of this video, you understand what Security Plus is meant to do and to use it the right way. So let's reset that expectation. Here's what we're breaking down: what Security Plus is not, what it actually builds, and where it fits on an actual cybersecurity career path. Let's get into it. So first, let's just talk about what Security Plus is not, because this is where most frustrations start. Security Plus is not a job guarantee, and to be honest, that's where most people confusion come from. I've done multiple videos on CompTIA and Security Plus, and I often see comments like, oh, Security Plus is trash, it didn't help me with my career, I passed and I still can't get hired, it's a money grab, and so on, so on. But pause for a second. Those concerns are real. They are people that study for months and months, pass, apply everywhere, and still did not land the job. And that is frustrating. But let's be real here. What do you expect it to do? Because there's a lot of misconceptions out there. Security Plus was never designed to guarantee a job, and also was never meant to make you a cybersecurity expert just overnight. It doesn't make you to be an analyst like right there on the first day. That it's not its role. Security Plus validates foundational knowledge. It doesn't replace real-world exposure to advanced tools or months of practical experience. And it's also not a six-figure shortcut by any means. So when people say it's overhyped or it's useless, what they often really saying is just it didn't transform my career the way I thought it would. And that word right there, transform, that is the misunderstanding. Security Plus is not transformational. It's not meant to do that. And like I said, it's foundational, and that distinction is just changes everything. So now that I think I hammered that down and we kind of clear that up, let's talk about what actually builds. I think this actually will make sense here in a little bit. So Security Plus builds what I call security thinking, not mastery, security thinking. So that's a big difference. And you probably, JR, what are you talking about? Security Plus teaches us how to think on terms of risk. It introduces you to concepts like threats, vulnerabilities, controls, risk mitigation, access management, incident response. It gives you the vocabulary of cybersecurity. And that might sound basic, but that's actually that foundation, and it's so powerful. But because before you can defend a network, before you actually analyze logs, before you actually can work on a SOC, you have to understand how security fits in the bigger picture of IT. And that's exactly what Security Plus does. It builds that baseline competency, that's foundational, that I've been hammering away. So it makes sure that when somebody mentions least privilege or defense in depth, you just don't recognize only the term, but you also recognize and know the principle of it. And this is powerful. This is where people underestimate it. Now, these principles are not flashy. You're not hacking into systems. You're not running like advanced tools or anything like that. But in reality, every advanced Security Plus role is just built on that foundation, on those principles. Without them, you might make it work, but it will be a difficult road and you're just gonna be guessing. And with them, you're building correctly. That's why you often see them in entry-level roles as a requirement, because HR teams, they are familiar with it and they recognize its value. So those fundamentals are very valuable. Now, if you're studying for Security Plus, like right now, I actually post daily Security Plus questions in the community section of this channel. I've been doing that for a while now. So go test yourself, practice with other folks, comment, do all that good stuff over there, and just let me know what you think of those questions. I've been doing it, like I said, for 3-4 months or so, maybe more than that. So yeah, go check it out if you haven't. Thank you. So now how can we fit this in your career path? Let's recalibrate those expectations. So here's the honest answer. Security Plus is the starting point, not the destination. It sits at your awareness stage of your cybersecurity journey. Later on, you can just specialize. And honestly, that distinction matters a lot. Security Plus can help you qualify for some entry-level roles, meet the DoD 8140, formerly known 8570 baselines for government jobs, show employers that you understand those core foundational principles, and just building that credibility from transitioning from maybe just regular IT to cybersecurity. Now remember, it doesn't replace those hands-on jobs, that home lab experience, real work experience, internships, help desk or IT support exposure. So don't get stuck there. Don't treat Security Plus like your final boss in a game or something. It's just that intro tutorial level. You don't skip those, but you don't stay there either. So here's what the correct progression actually looks like. Step 1, learn the IT fundamentals. Step 2, understand networking. Step 3, build that baseline security knowledge. This is what Security Plus fits in. Step 4, get hands-on, or keep doing hands-on. You always got to do hands-on. Step 5, specialize. This is when you start getting to those jobs like maybe for defending or ethical hacking and things like that, a little bit more niche per se, if that makes sense. So it just fits in that early developmental stage. So in my 9 to 5, I've seen this play out working with the government and the military health industry. So you get that brand new airman, they get Security Plus, and they just get stuck because they get that certification, but they don't have that real world experience. So they never use Active Directory, or maybe they never push any software or install anything. So you pass that foundation, but you still don't know the job. And it happens a lot in my 9 to 5. So I've seen this play out. So definitely don't skip Security Plus, and also don't skip the other steps that I just mentioned earlier. And honestly, that's the key. Now, if you're trying to figure out what comes after Security Plus, I did a full breakdown of the CompTIA pathway and how these certifications stack together. I'll leave it below. Now, the certification opens the door to conversation. Your skills and persistence open the door to opportunity. And when you understand that, you stop being disappointed and you start being more strategic. So here's the mindset shift. Security Plus was never meant to change your life. It was meant to prepare you to start changing it yourself. That's the difference. So if you expected that just that was gonna land you that first job, I mean, for some people it might, if you have a good resume, right? Let me just take that out of the way. But that was not the intent. One exam is not going to replace that hands-on experience and those things that you can have in your resume. So Security Plus is that signal that tell those employers that you know the fundamentals. And you complement that with some labs you can do with projects, practicing with a lot of interviews and knowing how to answer those questions that they're going to be asking. Your communication skills, your persistence, those are the things that are within your control that you can just build upon to get you a better chance. And this is why some people get frustrated, because they just stop at that part and they don't continue building themselves for that position, that role that they're aspiring to get. Now, here's the good news. If you got Security Plus, you're not behind. You're actually positioned. But that's only if you build on, like I would discuss. So keep practicing, work on those things, apply, even though if you think you are underqualified, it doesn't matter. Just keep pushing forward and really understand that this is a process. This is just a layer of growth, and Security Plus is one of those layers. So the certification is not trash. It didn't fail you. It's just you didn't understand the full picture of it. Now, the real question is, what are you building on top of it? If you're unsure of what path makes sense for you, I got 2 videos right here that will help you map it out. Start there. Don't stop at that foundation. Build it the right way. I'll see you next one. JR out.